Hello, everyone. First of all, I like to say it's good to be home.
Yes.
First, I'd like to thank the Trinity, God the Father, God the Son, Jesus, and God the Holy Spirit, for allowing me to be here today. I'd like to thank Dave Blank, Athletic Director. When he so graciously gave me that call, all I could say was, I am so honored. I was just taken. And I'd also like to thank Jason Knievel, one of the associate ADs, who has been so helpful in assisting me with any and all concerns leading up to this day. I'd like to thank the outstanding Charlotte Smith, the current women's head basketball coach, for the shout out and for continuing to put information out there which keeps me in the loop, and for sending me each year a copy of her team's autographed Christmas photo. It really means a lot. I'd like to thank my awesome husband, my soulmate of 31 years, for always supporting me, always supporting and believing in me and with me that this moment would come. He is my biggest fan. He is my closest confidant. My daughter, Cantilia Jabara, I have twins. But my daughter, Cantilia Jabara, her support has been continual. She's so intellectual and creative, and she keeps me straight. And her husband, my son-in-law, Kenji, who is so smart and has the kindness of spirit. For supporting all of my efforts, I also would like to thank my son, Kenneth Jr. LeJay. He's Mr. Athletic, and truly he is, and truly he is. He's also very talented, he's amazing, and compassionate. I thank the following family members for supporting me during my years here at Elon, and are here continuing their support of me by being here today. My brothers Edward, Sylvia, Ezekiel, Phyllis, Gerald, Evelyn, and my brother Jasper. My sister Brenda, Bobby, and my dearest cousin, Bonita, and their families. Well, really, all of our families. They always stress how so very proud they are of me. And then there's the support from my dear friends, Alex, Evelyn, Letitia, and Olivia. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the beautiful women of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. In particular, Beta Nu Zeta chapter, for all of their love, support, and thoughtfulness. My words today will be a little different from my fellow extraordinary inductees, and take you back about 4 decades. But forever Elon, right? I came to Elon back in 1978 to get an education, which I did, double majoring in accounting and business administration with a concentration in computer science, and bringing my love for athletics to the sports of basketball and volleyball. Under the expert coaching of the late Mary Jackson and Coach Karen Carton, respectively. In the sport of volleyball, I was an outside hitter, and I loved to put it down. As co-captain along with Pam Moore and such awesome teammates as Melinda, we were very successful during our 3 years run through 1981. You have to realize that Title IX had just passed in 1972, so we literally had to fight for everything. I remember that we dominated women's basketball in 1979 through 1981-82 seasons. However, I do remember the men's basketball team, who had a more difficult time finding the win column, went out for steak dinners on Tuesday nights. But we were never afforded that honor, even after our times of winning the conference. But I know all that has changed over the past 4 decades. I was co-captain along with Hall of Famer Vanessa Corbett, Ness, for 3 of my 4 years on the women's basketball team. Me and my crew of Hall of Famer Vanessa Corbett, Nucci Dixon, Lou Williamson, Stella Jeffers, Donna Trollinger, DT, also Hall of Famer, Jade and Jennifer, and I could go on and on. I take the time to mention their names because they may never make it to the position that I stand in right now. But they all helped me to get here because we were a rock solid team who knew our roles and knew how to win. Some ask, how did you grab so many rebounds and score so many points? And I still hold that record as mentioned before in rebounds. I said it wasn't that I was so tall. I just had impeccable timing on my jumps. And points scored, not that I was the best shooter. That honor belonged to my ex-teammate and Hall of Famer, Vanessa Corbett. I was just determined that every offensive rebound that I fought for was converted into 2 points. 2 quick memories, and I'll be through. First, we had this thorn. I don't know if some of y'all have, but we had this thorn in our side named Nancy Scoggins, who played for Pfeiffer. And she had this uncanny way of pulling your arms down on jump balls and stepping on your feet under the basket to keep you from jumping. So Vanessa, and I decided to introduce her to the sandwich, where she was the meat, and we were the 2 hard slices of bread. Ness, as you all know, was really built, and me, other teams called Miss Percy. But even Miss Percy had her wits. Needless to say, we convinced Nasty Scoggins to change her ways. And lastly, I was the 1981-82. I have to mention this because it's always with me. I was the 1981-82 Carolina Conference Tournament MVP. I was recognized during the trophy ceremony, but to this day, I never received my trophy. They said they'd already had put the names on there previously because it was either Andrea Blanchard or Vanessa Corbett, but that time was my time. So I never received my trophy. However, a dear friend of Kansas Mines and fellow Elon alumnus, Brian Colson, Karen, unbeknown to me, had an MVP trophy made just for me, which is alongside my dearest and greatest accomplishments to this day. I'm still looking for my trophy. Thank you all. And go Elon Phoenix.